Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I am going to take a look at the set of 90 acrylic markers from Arrtx. This is their latest release, and this includes 36 new colors. Many of them are skin tones, and I'm going to just swatch out the new ones here with you, but I'm going to open these up and show you what's in the box. So this is a set of 90, and I'm really excited as usual. I've really enjoyed these markers, and so each time then they create a new set, I can't wait to try the new colors. So let me open these up and we'll take a look. So this is the back of the box, and it shows all of the new colors. There are 36 new colors that they have added, and many of them are skin tones. Now they do plan to eventually add just a skin tone set, but right now they're just adding new sets. But they know a lot of people don't want to keep getting duplicate colors, so they are trying to make a skin tone set eventually. They announced that on their Instagram page. I'm opening the box, and this set does include stickers, as they all do. You just have to peel them off and put them on the back. I did find with this set, many of my stickers didn't want to stay on the side of the barrel, but they keep kind of peeling off on the edges, and I kind of had to go and put them down. But putting the stickers on is the worst thing about these markers. That's the only thing. I hope that eventually when Arrtx does make this full set, that they will print the name and the number on the barrel. I think that'll make them much more user-friendly, and that is like my top request from them, other than asking for a really deep green. I just use tweezers. I found is the easiest way, but especially since there's 90, I'm not going to do them all on camera because you guys don't want to see all that. So off camera, I went and added all the stickers to all 90 markers, and I do think it's worth taking the time to do those end markers because you will need to swatch them. The colors change after they dry, so you really need to swatch them so you know which color you're using, unless you want to just have a side scrap of paper all the time to be coloring. If you have not seen these markers before, the best thing about these markers are you don't have to shake them or pump them. That's why they're my number one. I have other brands of acrylic markers that have been sent to me. I don't know if I'll use them eventually, but I don't reach for them because these are just easy. I just get to take them out of the box and go play with them. I don't want to have the extra side piece of scrap paper that I have to make a big puddle on. So I am going to swatch out all of the new colors and let you see those. They have added a lot of really pretty colors. I especially had been asking for a deeper red. They gave us 2 new reds that I really found useful, and they're really nice. But I do hope eventually that I have time to go and get them all organized and swatch out their whole range. Let me know if you would like to see a video about that, or if it's just something I personally need to do. They do have download color charts on the website. As of this date, they don't have the download for all the colors. I'm especially excited about those skin tones, and I love this set also has a silver and a gold. Thank you so much to Arrtx for giving us all these beautiful new colors. I can't wait to see what they come out with next. At the top of my head, I know I still want a really deep green that's deeper than this. This is their deepest green right now, number 64. You can mix these. So I take the black and I mix it, and that gives me a deeper, but I would love to have one where I didn't have to. But yeah, I want a really deep green still. So, and then you just use I use a damp microfiber cloth is what I do to clean these off after I'm done most of the time. Sometimes I have an extra black, so a lot of times I just keep an extra black, one to use and one to mix with, generally is what I do. But I was really wanting a red like that, so it's beautiful. I love that. I quickly swatched out the colors right out of the box. Mostly off camera, I sketched this reindeer. There's this pillow that I want from a website that I want to shop on, and you guys will have to tell me how you feel about Temu. I don't shop on sites like that because they kept telling me to get the app. They kept offering to send me packages and, you know, do reviews for them and everything. And I kept saying, no, thank you, no, thank you. And they offered me quite a bit of money to do a video for them. And I still was like, no, I would have to have so many disclaimers because I felt like they could be, you know, data mining. They could be, I mean, who knows? So anyway, I don't judge anyone who shops if you don't have very much money there. But I personally felt like that was, you know, below my moral. I do a lot wrong. I'm gonna at least try not to do that. But they have this pillow for sale, and I wish I had a friend that had no problem shopping there so they could order me this really cute pillow with this reindeer on it. And I really can't believe the pillow would look like that if I'd order it also, because it's so cheap. Seems like one of those things that has to be too good to be true. But I keep looking to see if, like, I'm just gonna say it as nice as I can, borrowed. I don't think they really borrow. I think they steal. But anyway, so I'm going to, yeah, I've heard a lot of good and I've heard a lot of bad. So, but you guys will have to tell me what you think. I can't buy the pillow, but I can paint it. So that is where my inspiration came. So I have drawn a reindeer, and I didn't do it on camera. Most of it I didn't draw on camera, but I decided to go ahead and add the scarf, and I decided to just draw randomly, kind of just give a general idea of where I want everything. And then when I go add the acrylic markers, that's what I love. They'll cover up most of the pencil. And so I don't have to worry about my drawing being perfect. I can just kind of give myself an idea of where I want to go. And then once I start using the marker, then I decide for sure. And again, with the markers, I love these because they're fast. I did this whole reindeer in about 30 minutes. They're just so quick and easy to play. I did the deer's eyes. I love putting in this kind of a dark blue color. I think I wind up going in with a little gold too. You really can't mess up because you'll see on part of the reindeer on the left ear, I don't know what I was thinking, but I made it really wonky and way too long. I thought it would put greenery over it, but I didn't even have to do that. The white eventually pretty much covered it up. It's just a doodle for fun for me. I did keep picking up the wrong kind of a beige color because I swatched these so quick and then I didn't get them in my color order. And I wish I would have done that. Then it would have let me see which brown I want easier. I kept picking up the wrong one, and then I wasn't looking at my color chart. And the colors dry, just like gouache, the colors dry a little different than they are. And that is part of the fun and part of the adventure, but it's also part of the why I have to go back and, oh, I did the wrong one. But a lot of that is just my, hurrying. You can see I'm just pretty much scribbling because I know I can go and fix it. And so I'm just kind of playing, and that's what I like about these. So I'm still trying to fiddle with the neck a little bit, and I could never get exactly where I wanted to, but so I'm just going ahead and applying the markers and trying to kind of sketch out what I want to do. I do like to sometimes go in with a darker color and know that I'm going to go over it with a lighter color, but a little bit of it is going to show through. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting I wanted to have some darker tones, and I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to cover them up. If you let them dry, they show more than if you do it while they're wet. If you do it when you're wet, they kind of blend, and I wanted them kind of to show more. So I waited a little bit so they dry. I was only a crafter about 2 years ago. I started loving art supplies, but I was using them as a crafter. And the more I keep playing, the more I keep realizing how much I learn through playing. And just like children, I think they learn a lot when they play with toys. When I grew up, I actually didn't have that many toys. I didn't have any art supplies. I had a pencil and my school paper, and I would get in trouble for using it, but I wanted to draw. But I was always drawn to calligraphy and craft supplies, and I've kind of done every craft available, and eventually it led me to art supplies. And now I feel like I found my true love. I just feel like you learn so much the more you play with your supplies. If you don't, for me personally, as long as I don't get in that stage with them where I think they're precious and I wanted them and I save for them and I finally get to purchase them and then I'm almost scared to use them, I'll swatch them, but I use them like they're fine china because they're expensive. I don't have, I can play with these and I don't put them in a precious status. So they're a lot of fun to me. So before, I really liked the anime set, was my favorite set. And of course, this one, this is true love. It has so many colors I really needed. I can see this being really good for doing landscapes. That's another thing nice about these markers, they dry really fast. So like I said, you can't, you can't really mess up. I think the color range was really good on this and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Arrtx for sending me this. I really had so much fun and I can't wait to do more paintings. I use some color pencil at the end, and that's how I get a little more fine detail. So I do go in and outline a lot in gold because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. So I just went and outlined it, and then I'll let it sit for a while and then decide if I want to keep it. So I wound up keeping it, but I did, I was a little bit too sloppy. So I did go back and kind of make the gold a little thinner. I really love gold. I'm sure I'll use the silver eventually, but I use gold all the time. So I was thrilled they put a gold in this set. I think these are supposed to be holly berries. On the holly berries, I pretty much went over most of the gold. I didn't leave too much of the gold. I did go in the center though and do some dots, which I thought was really pretty. And then I knew I needed some more contrast, so I just went in with black for some contrast. After the marker dried, then I went with my electric eraser and went and fixed all the places where I went a little rogue with the marker. And then I'll use the white marker to fix some of my mistakes and add a little more hair detail on the inside of the ear. and all the places that have that cream color, I thought it would be really pretty to add a little bit of white to. It doesn't show up very much on camera, but in real life you can see just a little bit, and it just adds a little bit of dimension that I really liked. And now I'll go through and start adding the colored pencil. I just put some fine detail and shading and fixed some of the edges, and yeah, I don't know if I've ever done an acrylic piece where I didn't add a little bit of colored pencil at the end. It's just fun, and it's just extra, and I can't help myself. And then I use this marker, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll link it in the description box, but it is a marker by Holbein, and it works with colored pencils and other products. I love it because I was able to kind of blend out some of the color. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.